So everyone's asking how my trip to Brimfield Flea Market was, and I figured I would give you my response. It didn't go well. I didn't spend a lot of money on stuff, and I brought money to spend, but there were a lot of issues and a lot of reasons why. So let me tell you on ways I think Brimfield can improve. Now, this isn't a negative thing on Brimfield. I love Brimfield Flea Market. I want it to get better, so don't look at this as a negative post. And very importantly, I'm not going to talk about moving the date because it was too hot or too rainy or whatever. I'm born and raised in Massachusetts. Weather happens, so no complaints from me on that. It is what it is. The first thing and the reason what most people complain about Brimfield is the prices. Brutal. They're brutal. I mean, it's... Listen, if you're a vendor and you're pricing stuff hoping that that person who's going to buy it and ship it overseas and pays top dollar is there and that makes your whole entire thing for the whole week, cool. And that may happen for you. But for me, I'm going there to try to make some money and flip things. I'm a reseller. It's not for us anymore. It's gone to the point where the prices are so high that for the majority of people who are resellers, there's really not a lot of money to be made. Now, why is that? Could it be the items are just priced too high? Maybe it could be that the selection isn't what it used to be. Could it be a million things? I don't know. But I know that I know what a lot of stuff's worth, and people were not just on the money on the number, they were way over it. Stuff that I normally would buy at any other flea market for $80 to $100 was marked at $400 or $500. There was a wooden sign. It's about the size of a shoebox that said men on it for like a men's bathroom. The prices were so nuts, I said to the guy, how much is that sign? You know what the guy quoted me? $700. That right there, that one thing, could be a turnoff to so many people that they may not ever go back. So there's one. Another thing is that the field should have something in common. Okay? The problem is you have all the way from Grand Trunk all the way down to the end near with like the town hall, the churches or whatever. It's a long walk. I understand that, but if I'm a furniture buyer, which I'm not, but let's say I am, wouldn't it be great if there was one field that was just for furniture? One field that was just for collectibles. One field that was just for clothes. Let's say I only go to Brimfield to buy vintage clothes. Now, am I going to go all the way down to Dealer's Choice and Grand Trunk and be able to possibly find something down there? Maybe not. Maybe I'm just going to go to these fields. But if I know if one field is just clothing, and I'm a clothing buyer, oh my God, this is going to be like my heaven in this one place. Now, do I go to the other field? Sure, I probably still will look around, but I'm going to emphasize my wallet, my time, my money on this one field. And maybe I don't buy any clothes. Now that gives me a lot of time to go to all the other fields. There could be one for furniture, could be one for clothes, could be one for rugs. Like there's randomly tents with guys that just have rugs and stuff and antiquities that I have zero interest in, but other people might. These people should all be grouped together. Like, I know these fields are all owned by a bunch of different people. Like, I heard there's like 20 different people that owns fields there. Okay. Cool. You telling me all 20 of these people can't get in a room and figure out, hey, you're going to be the one for furniture. You're going to be the one for this. It could happen, and it would make Brimfield so much better. So much better. Because guess what? You could have it that, okay, for, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this whole field is just going to be... this type of collectible, and then guess what? Friday, Saturday, we're going to have this type of collectible, special show. You could do different stuff, bring in more people, do trading cards and Pokemon cards and all sorts of other stuff. Brimfield could be way bigger than what it is. I only want Brimfield to be successful. Now, one of the things that I've heard around the way of things is that the town of Brimfield, the actual town, is not very receptive to being a flea market city, and the people that run Brimfield are an absolute nightmare. I've heard there's screaming matches at town halls and things like that. Brimfield, hi, if you're watching here and you're an elected official of Brimfield, Massachusetts, let me introduce myself to you. I'm a reseller. And I'm born and raised North Shore, Massachusetts. The only reason why I would ever go to Brimfield is for your flea market. The only reason I say the word Brimfield, or I'm wearing a shirt that has the word Brimfield on it, is because of the flea market. You should, if you're an elected official in Brimfield, you should personally go to every single person that owns one of the fields at Brimfield and kiss them on the cheeks and hug them and say thank you. Thank you for bringing people 3 weeks of the year to our city that regularly most people don't go to. But that's not going to happen because, ridiculous. Okay. Another thing, I'm a content creator. I create content. That's what I do. I had, and most people that are vendors at Brimfield may not know me, but I had 1,300 people watching me shop as I was at Brimfield, bringing attention to everyone's booths when anyone had anything about showing who they were or their business, and they were receptive and okay with me live streaming from Brimfield. I promoted those people. I'm all about promoting people. So, it's kind of annoying when not just myself, but there's so many other content creators that I saw at Brimfield that were content creators for Massachusetts, content creators for reselling, content creators for all sorts of stuff. There was the host of Oddities, who's an unbelievable, awesome guy named Mike. He was traveling on his bike through there. There could have been events with people like him where people would have gone to meet him and hang out with him and talk to him. He could have done a speaking engagement. Other people who are at Brimfield all the time, like we would do speaking engagements. We do stuff. And just as I'm saying the town of Brimfield should embrace, like, the flea markets, Brimfield flea market should be embracing content creators. You don't understand, like, there's no reason to have any animosity towards us. We do everything we can to promote you guys, but yet again, the prices need to be better. If I have a bad experience and people see the prices as I'm live streaming, the comments aren't, hey, oh my God, that was a great deal, you should buy that. The comments are, yikes. So it's something to work on. Listen, this is 2023. We got 2024 and 2025 shows already planned. Okay. The food. We got to talk about the food. So for booths like the Pilgrim sandwiches and stuff, no comments to them. They're awesome, and there should be more of them. But you have like a whole like U center, like carnival area of food. Yikes! Get rid of that. Okay, there's no reason why you can't have like really like on the other side of the street. There was like gourmet grilled cheese and the Pilgrim sandwiches and like the Ben and Jerry's and stuff like that. Like, you're telling me there aren't a ton of food trucks? Like good food trucks, like actually good food. Like, I had the steak and cheese sandwich at that carnival area. I don't even know why I ordered it. I was in the mood for steak and cheese. I had it. It was without question the worst steak and cheese I've ever had in my entire life. I would have not given it to an animal. I threw away 90% of it. It was disgusting. All that carnival food, not great. Why are we inviting carnival folk there? Like, Brimfield, you're having like prices as if it's a art gallery, but we're having food from like a carnival. Let's get rid of them and let's get in some more like better like local places. The cider donut people that was at Brimfield North, get them down there, like the best cider donuts ever. Like, we could do that. Another big one is technology. With all the money that's going in there, there needs to be some kind of an app where someone could be able to go, let's just take one field in, for instance, say Herdens. Like, being able to have an app and being able to click on at any point and look at where every vendor is. Maybe that vendor would have access to that app. They could take a photo of their booth and then have all their information. So maybe I bought, I don't know, some sort of trinket or something that I loved that someone had. I'm like, oh, and I was talking to them and they said, oh, they have more. I wasn't thinking at the time I want to buy more, but now I do. Go on the app, click it, and find their website, find their information so I could buy from them year round. Or even better, like, I'm live streaming. People all over the world were watching me at Brimfield. Guess what could have absolutely happened? People could have been like, oh, what booth is that? Oh, that's booth 706 at Brimfield. And then someone could go online and then find that person. People like myself could help bring a ton of business to vendors. If the technology, and you have it, that like numbered app, like every booth should have had a number. Should have been like, this is booth number 117. And then you can go online and know everything about them. Go to their website, go to whatever. Encourage people to take photos, take videos. You see someone looking at something. Oh, hey, you take a video on this, put it on TikTok or put it on Facebook. Like, you need to start telling all the vendors to start promoting. Because that's what happens. Like, that's how you get more business. So people like myself, there may not be people thrilled that I was live streaming at Brimfield. To those people, I say, I have 1,300 possible people that may have been buying from you in the future if things were set up a little differently. So I love Brimfield. I hope it gets better in the future. I hope the prices get better. This isn't me saying negative things for it because I am bashing it. Saying because I love Brimfield and I just want to see it get better. So I just bought this shirt at Brimfield. I support you guys as much as I can, and hopefully in the future you guys listen to me and reach out to me, Kingsofebay, on all social media platforms. Happy to talk.